This is TWiT.
We're kind of talking about living room stuff, so we could probably talk a little bit about this whole Google TV, YouTube, Roku. Actually, there seems to be a whole thing with smart TVs and the smart smart home, smart TVs, that sort of thing. So Google is shifting Google TV to be a bigger priority, and the information had a report that said Pichai is really saying that connected television is a big priority for Google right now. They're paying partners more to use Google TV, so they're paying anywhere between $10 to $15 per unit for partners. Roku's paying, but then there's Roku paying $7 to $8. That ties into the fact that Google and Roku have been battling it out, and supposedly YouTube is apparently going to drop off of Roku in December. This all has to do with like a search deal that Google wanted Roku to give its YouTube property kind of prime search placement, its own carousel in the experience. Roku says, hey, that's affecting our search and we don't want to do that. And so now Google's, pulling YouTube. I don't know if Google's pulling YouTube or Roku's kicking it off. I doubt they're kicking it off. It
doesn't matter. It's all negotiation.
Yeah, it's all negotiations and puffing up to try and win in the negotiation, I suppose. Then you've got Comcast. They have their own smart TV that's coming out now. It's going to be available at Walmart. It's powered by their own OS. And then Amazon has their own smart TV launching today, the Fire TV Omni series that you can find at Amazon and Best Buy. Suddenly, it seems like the living room's a really big deal. And it's just interesting to me because Google's had Android TV for quite a while, for years. Now that we're in the Google TV era, suddenly it seems like Google is taking the living room more seriously, and others obviously are too. Why is that?
Well, I had the experience.
Pandemic. We wasn't in a pandemic 3 years ago either.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's also the changing economics. I think you're right, Ant. I think that changed a lot. Our stream behavior changed, but the market changed too, right? The power of Netflix, power of Hulu, and so on and so forth. So the TV maker, the set maker, they've had the dumb box like the dumb wire all these years.
Yeah.
Right. And I suddenly realized with smart TV coming along. So I got my father, my 95-year-old father, who's up here in New Jersey now, and he just his retirement community has 60 channels. That's it. That's all they need. You got the golf channel? Thanks. That's all I need. And so and the Fox News channel? Oh no, Pa, they don't have the Fox News channel. No, you can't get that here. You can't lie to your own father though. Well, anyway, so I just wanted a TV where he could watch TV. I go and buy a Vizio at Costco. I come back, I put it in. I'm tearing my hair out. I cannot get to the channels. It does nothing but want to sell me Hulu and sell me Netflix, and because it makes a commission on all of that. In addition, Vizio, a company we used to like, we own Vizio TVs. They also have been in some little minor PR hot water because they are, perhaps one might say, violating your privacy. They are using data to try to target advertising. And so you find that the television set, which was what we old folks used to call it, is itself now part of the stack, and they're trying to grab their piece of it. So that's why I think you have Comcast doing its own OS and its own TVs. You have Google saying, hold on, we're the giant of the internet. We can't lose out on this. And we got YouTube, and we got to worry that. You got Roku saying, well, no, we're the add-on that makes everything smart. You got Hulu and Netflix and all those saying, we just want volume. And then you got advertisers coming in saying, well, this whole targeting thing is getting to be a mess on the web. What can we do on TVs? So it's suddenly a roiling, fascinating, probably very irritating market. I returned the Vizio TV. I got an LG TV. I never set up the web stuff. And all it does is go to 60 channels. It's like kind of going back in time. So my father, we got him a big remote with big buttons, so we can go to 38, which is a golf TV, and that's all it needs. But that's the rarity, obviously. And so in a streaming world and a home more world, as Ant said, I think this market changes in fascinating ways.
Yeah, I think the streaming, I was going to say the same thing, that streaming, I think, really started to take off. Then Roku, I think, was kind of, not that people didn't notice, but nobody thought that was going to be a big deal. First, they had the little boxes, and then, it's in your TV. But then all of a sudden, you watch the streaming numbers, you watch Netflix's growth, and then COVID comes. Everybody's spending all their time inside. all of a sudden smart TVs look like a pretty great business.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I'm looking forward to Google TV hitting more TV sets at least, because Google TV is a good interface. I think Google has made some really great changes to what was Android TV. Still don't really exactly know the difference between Android TV and Google TV.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
A new thing with a new UI, like it's
I have a
confusing.
Chromecast, the newer ones where it's basically like a Fire Stick, and I have that plugged into an old TV. And I was thinking about getting a new TV, and I asked one of our kids works at Best Buy. I said, can I get a stupid TV? Can I get one that has no smart features and I can just plug the Chromecast in? Yeah, you can't do that. You literally can't buy them.
Yeah, that's on the LG. I purposely didn't go and put in any Wi-Fi information so that it couldn't be smart.
Robot in our Discord
Smart.
says every TV is a dumb TV when it doesn't know the Wi-Fi password.
That's true.
True.
That's true. You're still potentially dealing with weirdness in the interface and everything. Oh man, I have a Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Samsung Smart TV, and the little ads that it puts in the dock down there, it's just like kill it with fire. Can't take it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I wish I had Google TV on that screen instead.